Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and I'm reviewing the Dreamebot D10 Plus robot vacuum. This vacuum is top of the line in the latest, newest, powerful suction technology. I wanted to make my kitchen floor shocking to show you how powerful this vacuum is. I put a full jar of instant coffee. I also had crushed up some blue corn tortilla chips, and then I put some kitty food down. This is the ultimate mess for any kitchen. Nobody's kitchen would ever get this dirty. But I wanted to prove to you how that Dreamebot D10 Plus worked on that mess and got up every single bit. Now, when it first saw that mess, it knows it needs to make a little map because it has LiDAR technology. That LiDAR technology is where it sees out the top of it in that little circle on the top. It's going to look out that way, and it's going to figure out where it needs to go to get the mess. So it spins around, and that could take a few minutes because it needs to know where it's going to go. It wants to be efficient. And then after it's mapped it out, it knows only to go up and down, back and forth in a very efficient pattern. And the reason that is this is a battery-powered vacuum. In 2 hours, it can get a house about 2,000 square feet, which is even bigger than what I have in my house. And that LiDAR technology makes its vacuuming so efficient. I have lips on those cabinets, and those lips are low to the ground. But my Dreamebot D10 Plus is able to fit under the lips to get where that kibble and those tortilla chips and those coffee grinds found their way. It was a total mess in my kitchen that day, and I was depending on the Dreamebot D10 Plus to get all that. And back and forth it went because it's smart. It knows how to make the grid and do all that very efficiently. And in just a few minutes, it got it all. Check that out. That's unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. And that was the test I gave it. And that was the first test I gave it. Because if it failed that would have been all you saw in this video. But it didn't. It did extremely well. The Dreamebot D10 Plus works with an app on your phone. I installed the app. It was really easy. There was just a few screens, and the mapping with the LiDAR technology happens with the app. It's right there on your quick start guide. To set it up, there's a QR code, and you just scan it into your phone, you set up your account, and away you go. In no time at all, your vacuum is hooked up to that app on your phone. And I wanted to show you this in my bathroom, so I set up a GoPro, I put it right over the floor, and I put a camera right on my iPhone so you could see how it was mapping. That was fascinating to me. To make this very interesting, I laid out more of those crushed blue corn tortilla chips. You never know what kind of sand or something the kids or the dog's going to bring into your bathroom. And oh, some pencil shavings from the eyeliners I use. That always seems to end up on the floor. And then some hair. I had a friend of mine give me some dark hair. I wanted to lay it on the floor so you can see that. My blonde hair just wouldn't show up. And then there was the dust bunny. Well, that was already sitting there in the corner, so that was handy. And so check this out. I ran out of the bathroom, door was closed, I came to my phone, and I pressed go, and it started the mapping. It twirled around a little bit, and then it figured out where it was going to go, and it went and got everything in that bathroom really fast. It probably took 5 minutes, and the bathroom was spotless. It had sucked up everything. And so with the overhead shot, you can see how that all happened and how it was mapped out. Now let me show you some of the close-up shots. Here you can see it really getting into the crevices. It really found the corners. It has that little side whisk broom on the side, and that's gonna get it all in so it sucks it up, pushes it all into the interior of it, and again, it fit right underneath my cabinets to get those hard to reach spots. There's always a bunch of stuff that ends up down there. And my Dreamebot D10 Plus gets that. And after one cleaning, the map was made. Well, I want to show you the mopping feature. So I poured some mouthwash down. That tends to spill in my bathroom. I had a little extra green food coloring so you could really see it. I ran to the app and I pressed mop, and I mopped. And check this out. Only one time over and that bathroom floor was clean. And now listen, bathroom floors get a lot of liquid, and this is liquid that I sure don't want to get involved with or mop. So I love that my Dreamebot D10 Plus can mop for me. And the bathroom is one of those places I want mopped a lot. And I like this little bathroom because I can close the door and it's stuck and it's going to go right there. And so in 5 minutes time, my bathroom will be mopped if I stick it in that room. Well, after the mopping, I thought I'm just going to send it home. So I press go home on my app, and my Dreamebot D10 knew to go home and to redock for further use. It's charging.
Start charging.
Dreamebot speaks to me in really good English, loud and clear. Dreametech has patented technology called dual boost technology. It utilizes blowing and suction with a two-way air circulation path to collect the dust from the robot vacuum into the base. Other self-empty bases only have a suction airflow path. Not Dreametech, they have a dual boost technology. It'll do this automatically, but I also want to do it with the app, because you can. So I did. There's how that works. I pressed that button and there it went. The app has so many features. It's so easy to use. You don't even need to be in your house to get your vacuum and do what you want to do. You could be at work using your cell phone and you'll come home to a cleanly vacuumed house. It's amazing. In the family room, you know, where the kids come and hang out and they hang out with their friends. This is the room with the white shag carpet that tends to get the mess into it. So I use those blue corn tortilla chips once again. I scattered them all around that carpet and tested Dreamebot D10 Plus on that. This model has a 4,000 PA suction pressure on it, which is very strong. You can see that in that white shag carpeting, it is sucking up the crumbs all the way down. That's really tough for a robot vacuum. The ones I'd used before were in the 2,000 suction range. The 4,000 PA suction power is the best I've seen in a robot vacuum yet. The other ones I tested out were about 2,000 PA. So this Dreamebot D10 Plus has the highest I've seen yet. And that was proved by how clean the white shag carpet got with the Dreamebot. I also sprinkled a bunch of crackers. And the crackers were under the couch, and they were also in this corner. So in the corner, we have the blue corn chips, and we have the white cracker crumbs around that end table. And the Dreamebot was able to navigate and get all that, and it also went under the couch. There's always dust bunnies, and it's always filthy. I just don't know how it gets so dirty under a couch. But life just happens, and it certainly does. And this Dreamebot D10 Plus just goes everywhere, including under my very low couch. And under the couch, I don't have that white shaggy carpet, so it could make that transition really easily. And also in that corner, it is going down that white carpeting and underneath that end table, which is a whole different level, and going back out, and it's happy as a clam. And as it's making the transition from the brown carpet up to that hilly white shag, it was really working and getting all that different stuff of dirt and dust and crumbs. You know, I wanted to show you that because that was quite impressive to me. And it's also able to get over thresholds. My house was built a while back. It's got lots of different flooring, and there's always a threshold to get between the rooms. And Dreamebot D10 Plus has no problems finding its way and getting over those thresholds. That's easy for it. And you never know what's going to fall underneath the table when the kids are eating. So I put an assortment of all kinds of things. I think I even had some coffee beans down there, just all things that would just fall off a table. And the Dreamebot D10 Plus was able to navigate around the chairs, go in and out, and find the dirt. And it didn't get stuck. It just figures out where the dirt is in your house and it gets it. And this model is really amazing with the power and the speed of how it does that. And besides carpet, it can go on hardwood floors. And in this room, one of my guest bedrooms, I had a lot of coffee and corn chips. That was super easy. It really got that quick. And that bed, which is up off the ground, somehow gets all the dust bunnies in it. And with regular cleaning, those just don't happen much. And those little clumps of dust, and I don't know even how it gets to be that shape, but it just gathers like that with the wind in the house. Who knows? But the Dreamebot vacuum goes and collects it and sucks it up. And when it's done cleaning, Dreamebot D Plus 10 knows to go home and charge. I find it really fascinating to watch it do that. And with the app, you can tell it the times you want it to clean or to go home and stop cleaning. It's really easy. And you can also tell it a geographical zone so it knows, well, I want my bathroom cleaned right now. I'm going to have company in the living room. So it can do that for you just by the app. So you can continue to get ready or do whatever you're doing without being interrupted. I just think that's amazing. This smart technology is so impressive. Now, most houses, when they clean, don't have a whole jar of coffee thrown, and the quantities of the chips when I cleaned my kitchen. Let me show you what it all looked like when I was cleaning after all of that workout. This is a really easy robot vacuum to clean. I'm taking out the dustbin after all that cleaning, and I'm opening it up now, and I'm showing you everything was really sucked up into the dust bag, because right here we're seeing there's nothing really left. I'm shaking it out. There's a little HEPA filter, and that's easy to clean. I just whisk it away with a little brush they give you. And you can use a damp paper towel to clean it if you want to clean it any further. And I'm going to flip it over and show you the brush. Now that brush was getting all the hair, and I've got really long hair. So I used that little accessory they give you to cut off the hair and take it off, because that is something you're really going to want to clean more often if you have pets, or you have long hair, or people in your household that do, because you don't want that long hair making it so it's not going to whisk up all the stuff and all the dust. I put the roller back in, I flipped it over, and now we're going to put the dustbin back in, making sure the filter is on. Filter goes on, and then you just pop it back in. It's really easy, and it's all set, ready to go. Make sure you put that little accessory, brush and blade, back in, because you'll need that later. Just close it up. There you have it. It's ready to go. Now I'm going to show you, by taking out the dust bag, all of the debris that I had laid on that floor for the Dreamebot D10 Plus. So here it is. This is a bag. It's about half full. There you can see it. But, you know, I had a whole jar of the coffee grinds. And here I am putting it back in because it's still got room to go for more. I had given it such a workout. Most households can go 45 days, but I kind of went overboard. And it passed every test. The Dreamebot D10 Plus had come right to my door, and I also got another one to test, an upright. And that was in that long box. This is what the box looked like, and it was a box within a box. So I took out the outer box so you could see the inner box in case you wanted to give it as a gift. The design was really pretty, and then I opened the box and I wanted to show you how well it was packed so you know it's not going to get damaged during shipping. I opened layer by layer and I pulled everything out. And here they are on my kitchen floor. Those are all the pieces. And then I put it on my counter because I want to go through some of these things with you so you can understand all the parts of the Jimmybot D10 Plus. So now I've taken everything out of the wrapping and laid them out. You have the charging base that has a dust bag that goes in there, and then the main unit, and then the accessories and the plug. And let me show you how it all goes together because it's really easy. So here's the underside of the Dreamebot, and I want to point out a few of the features. You need to install the little brush. That just pops right on, and it rotates round and round. There's also a navigation wheel in the front that spins around, and that makes it easy to maneuver and go in circles fast. And by that wheel are the two charging ports. Those are the silver things. The brush in the center of it is a full 7 inches. That means it's going to cover a lot of area. Other ones are like 4 inches. On each side of the brush are the wheels. Those are high traction wheels. You can see as I press them up and down, they have a lot of shock absorbing as they go over different surfaces of your house. It comes with one extra dust bag, and inside already installed for you is the first dust bag. It also has the mopping feature, which is really easy to install. Let me show you. It just snaps right in like that on each side. And to clean the mop, you take out this piece by pressing the 2 side buttons, and it comes off because you'll want to wash it later. So let me show you how I take it off. It comes in these grooves. I just peeled it off. And so after all that green mouthwash, I washed it right in the sink. It was so simple, and I put it right back on. And this is how I threaded it through on the top of it, and then the Velcro made it stick right there, and I slid it right back in, and it was ready to go again. So if you had a really messy, oily mess, you might want to clean it just like I did in the sink, and then you're ready to go again. Let me show the back of what it looks like. That's where you're going to put the power plug in. One of the ends has 3 prongs, and that one goes right into the Dreamebot machine. Make sure you push it in all the way. And if your docking station is close to a power plug, you're able to coil up the electrical cord. So it's all neat, and it fits into any standard household outlet, the 3-pronged outlet style. Now, I left mine overnight to charge. 4 hours would have been enough. And after it was charged, just one time of setting up with the app, it's mapped your house. And that app control has such advanced mapping that you can have customized cleaning. Maybe the baby's sleeping and you don't want it to hit that room. Say no go. And I love the daily cleaning aspect because you can set it for times you know every day you're not going to be home. Maybe that's between 10 and noon because you're at work. And it works with Alexa and Google Assistant for voice control. So you can tell it to pause, start, or stop. That's how smart it is. And the Dreamebot D10 Plus is kind to your pets. It's not going to disturb them or hurt them. And the Dreamebot D10 Plus is made by Dreametech. That's the parent company. An amazing feature I've never seen before in my life is the H11 Max all-in-one suction, mopping, and self-washing feature. This is well shown by a really big mess in the kitchen. Like for instance, this bowl of cereal that's spilt. I had made the cereal with granola. And then on top of that, I added sprinkles. Oh yeah, just for the fun of it. Who knows what the kids like in their cereal? And then I added milk. It was a really big bowl of cereal, like you might have in your kitchen with the kids. Well, this was a very clumsy day for me, and I spilt the whole bowl. It splattered everywhere. There was cereal, there was sprinkles, and there was milk all over my kitchen floor, because that was a very big bowl of cereal. And for quick pickups, this is when the H11 Max comes in handy. It's my one-stop solution because it's going to simultaneously take up the wet stuff, which is the milk, and the dry cereal, which now is really soggy cereal, and even those sprinkles, which has now covered the milk into some colors of the rainbow, you know, the pinks and everything. It's all over that milk spill because I wanted to show you that milk everywhere. So I filled up the water tank with water to clean up the mess first. It's so easy to pop out with one hand. I took it to the sink. I opened up the rubber stopper and I filled the tank with water. I pressed back the tab and I put it back into the H11 Max. It clicks right in so easily, and now it's ready to clean my mess. I keep it charged up and ready to go, and I turned it on. Another benefit with the H11 Max is that it has an ultra-low noise level when it's working with that big suction power, which means you're not going to disturb your whole household if you happen to make a mess. Nobody needs to know your self-inflicted drama. The H11 Max will quickly get every single bit of that mess up and mop. It knows to do both. And after I was finished, the H11 Max talked to me.
Powered off. Please click your vacuum on the base for self-cleaning.
It reminded me it's time to clean the messy water tank. I was happy it reminded me to do that. And to clean it, you take out the dirty tank, and I brought that to the sink, and I'm just going to throw it down my garbage disposal. That was a lot of quantity. That was 3/4 of a tank. And after I'd taken out the dirty water tank, I saw the filter was on top. Now that was from when I was vacuuming with nothing in it before. So I want to clean that out. And then I opened up my dirty water tank. And after it was all rinsed out, then I dried it with a paper towel and I put the filter back on. So when I'm vacuuming, it has that filter. And then I put it back into my H11 Max. It just clicked right in so easy. It's so simple to use. And then it told me the recharging was happening. So it told me to put it back on its base and I was done doing that. So I plugged in the base, which is so lightweight, and put it right on that base. And then it told me it was recharging. The base is barely larger than the bottom of the H11 Max, so it fits in any little corner you have in your house. It's not going to create a big footprint. The Dreametech H11 Max Wet and Dry Vacuum is truly a leap into the future with home cleaning vacuum technology. I never thought in my lifetime that I would see this. And that might be a repeat again of it going over the cereal. The wet and dry technology is phenomenal. The water tank holds so much water that you no longer refill the tank over and over. The Dreametech H11 Max even self-cleans itself on the dock. It works up to 36 minutes on a full charge. That's an amazing battery capacity. The LED supply is bright and clear and colorful. I just love my Dreametech H11 Max. For the dry functions, when I need to take out a vacuum quick, that self-propelling makes it so fast. And also, for the wet, with the dry, and the wet and dry vacuum, for things like when you spill a full bowl of cereal, it'll get that mess up too, and worse.
Powered off. Powered off.
I'm Rebecca Brand. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you make a comment and write me. What do you think about this vacuum? I just love it. I hope you do too. I find it to be the best vacuum right now on the market, and I'm glad I got to be a reviewer of it. Please subscribe to my channel, ring the bell to get notified of my next video, and let's keep making great recipes in life. And today's recipe is a recipe for a great clean kitchen when you've made a mess of your recipe all over the floor. See you next time. Bye. Yeah, it's all clean. If you like this video, here's some more on cleaning over there, and also some recipes of things you might want to try to make for your family right over there.